want to say that again to the camera, Cal?
She will Czech Republican.
Oh my god. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the trouble we had getting to Prague. The Prague trip itself was super fun and I really enjoyed myself, but we did have a little bump in the road with our travel there. Basically, to sum it up, there were 6 of us going on this trip, and for our first train we were in 2 groups of 3. So 3 of us were on one train from Salzburg and 3 of us were on another train for Salzburg. And we were going to meet in Linz and then get on the same train, so all 6 of us would be on the same train, and then go to Prague. And long story short, my group's train was delayed just a few minutes in Salzburg and we ended up missing our connection in Linz by 1 minute. It was so frustrating. We literally ran off of our train in Linz to try and catch the one heading to Prague, and it literally had like just left when we got there. It was so frustrating. And what made it even worse was that there were no other trains to Prague for the rest of the night. Yeah, it was like 6, I think, in the evening, and there were no more trains to Prague. So, and like anywhere in the city, like no train station had a train to Prague. And like, so we were literally stuck. It was so frustrating, but we went to the help desk and they really like hooked us up. They got us a hotel just down the street from the train station for free. They got us on the first train to Prague in the morning. That I think was at like 5:45 or something like that. And we ended up getting into Prague at about a reasonable time in the morning. It was just so frustrating to, you know, have like a whole evening that we could have spent like exploring things in Prague. We only had like 1 full day in Prague because the next day we were heading back home in the afternoon. So my group, which was Cal, Alexis, and I, just explored the city.
The CD. Yes.
Welcome to Prague, everyone. You're gonna sleep. You're gonna vlog me vlogging. That's weird. I don't even know what to say. Oh, vlog inception. Hello.
I just I do the same thing whether there's a camera rolling or it's just a picture. I'm tired.
I wish this camera was small.
So tired. Okay. So welcome to Prague, everyone. Yeah, it's been an interesting excursion so far. Now that we're here, we're happy, we're living, kind of happy, kind of living.
Yeah.
We're just chilling in this garden, in this palace, castle thing. I don't know, it's like a whole town up here on this hill in Prague. So,
it looked like there was a zip line thing up there. I don't know if it was a zip line or just like, what? It looked like a zip line.
Here's Cal's face.
Hello.
Here's Lexi's face.
I was sleeping.
Take a video and she's like knocked out.
Passed
I
out.
wish.
So then we met up with everyone else and headed to dinner, and then we went back to our hostel and got ready for the bar crawl that we went on. I'd never been on a bar crawl before, and I'll just say that it was interesting. It was fun. I had a good time, but I don't know if that's something I'd ever need to do again. But the coolest part about the bar crawl was that it ended at this 5-story nightclub in Prague. And this was the most fun part. So basically, the nightclub has 5 different floors, and each floor plays a different kind of music. The first floor is the mainstream floor, so that's kind of like current hits and stuff like that. The second floor is dance music, and this is the floor we hung out the most on, and from what I remember, it was just like a lot of early 2000s music, which I wasn't complaining about. The third floor was the oldies floor, also known as the floor where the oldies hit on you. The fourth floor was the hip hop and R&B floor, and then the top floor was the chill out floor, which you could just get a drink and relax. We didn't really spend much time there at all, but we did go to every floor and check it out, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed myself there. It was a really fun time. The next day was our travel day. I didn't really do much the last day we were there. Walked through this big square where there were a bunch of guys dressed as statues, so dressed in all gold, and then standing really still to pretend they were statues. But yeah, there were also these giant mascot things in Prague. In like the main squares, there was a polar bear one, and I think like a panda bear or a regular bear, I can't really remember, but they were really cool. They were just like hanging out. They were like inflatable little mascots, and it was just kind of funny to like all of a sudden you'd like see something like white come over a crowd or something, and then you'd be like, oh my gosh, there's the polar bear mascot. Super cool. On the last day, we also did a little bit of shopping. I also discovered this little like beauty store. It was kind of like a Bath and Body Works type store. They sold like bath salts and perfumes and shower gels and shampoos and stuff, and I thought it was very interesting. They had a whole line of beer body products, so you know, if you want to go around smelling like beer all the time, more power to you. Overall, Prague was really fun. I really enjoyed the little time I had there, and that's definitely one of the places that's like on the top or near the top of my list of places I want to go back to, just because I'd love to get to spend more time there and actually like get to really spend some good time in Prague. But yeah, I think I'm gonna close this video out here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed hearing about our travel fiascos to Prague, and I hope that never ever happens to you, ever. It was not enjoyable, but it all turned out okay. And I'll see you in the next video.